What's going on, everybody? We're back with part 2 of our 2JZ build for our E90. Now today we're going to start off with taking off some more of the outer pieces here, like our engine mounts. We got the alternator take off. We'll probably get to this panel, and hopefully by the end of her we'll be getting to taking these valve covers off. But we'll see how we go. Now, last time, I know it's been a while since the last video, I think we ended with taking off the power steering pump and maybe a line, or no, the manifold here, yeah, the intake manifold. I think we ended up there. So, as you can see, we still got to get the oil filter housing and everything off. Probably get some of these studs out maybe, but we'll see how she goes. But yeah, let's get into it. So we're gonna start off by removing this stud, so I have a little bit more room to get to whatever this bolt is. Now I got everything else unattached, so I'm assuming this holds this housing on. We're gonna find out if it does or not, but that's what we're gonna do first. So I got this fancy little stud remover. Never used it before, but we're going to see how it works. So I think you just put it on there. Like so. And you just crank it loose. Is that how this works? That seems a little dumb. Oh, would you look at that? Would you look at that?
Would you look at that?
Put that
just
on.
Look at that.
I can't pull it out either. I'd have to drill it.
Would you just look at it?
There. I got that out. Alright, so I don't got the right size wrench, but this will have to work, so we're just going to take this bolt off here. I assume that's what holds this housing on, but we're about to find out. We got the oil filter housing now. Those are 14s. Put that on. There's a third one over here. Oh jeez, that one's on there. 14. Awesome. I'm assuming it's probably... Oh, there's another one right there. Long one. There we go. There. We'll wait for these knock sensors until the head comes off, I think, because I'll have more access to get to them. But we will take this oil feed line off. It goes to the valve timing sensor or solenoid, and those look like they're held in 22s. Those 22s. Yep. Make sure you don't lose this little filter that's on the end of this. This one actually looks relatively clean. But make sure you don't lose that. Set that right there for now. Take this bottom line that's a 10 mil. I'm going to put that back on that coolant neck, just so we know where it goes. But there's the oil feed line for the valve timing. So we're going to take off the mount on this side now. Gonna have to use the breaker bar. So also 14s.
Make sure no dirt gets in that cylinder. We're just going to tuck that screw back in there. Get that? Listen to that.
Alright. Break the rest of these nuts off. Alrighty, so this alternator seems to be held on with a couple 14 mils, like everything else on this engine. So let's crack that loose. There we go. Why use this? Why use this when we have technology?
We have technology.
It didn't.
Technology. Beautiful. Alright, now we're going to need 14 deep for that one. Another 14 at the bottom here. Break it off. There we go. Oh, no. The nut came off. There we go. Alternator is officially off. Now I think we might rebuild this if I can find a kit online, because this is a budget build and these aren't cheap, and every penny saved will go towards something else on this thing. Beautiful. So we're going to take this neck off right here. Let's Alright. Those seals are definitely going to have to be replaced. Not like they weren't going to be, but for sure got to be. Alrighty, so actually we're going to take this other water neck off the opposite side now. And this is held on with two 12mm nuts. One right there. And one right there. Right there. Oh, there's a third one, is there? Oh, yeah, my mistake. There's three. Three 12mm. The bottom one here is a bolt. Alright. That's all. And looks to be what used to be a gasket. Right there. Awesome. We're going to take off this little bracket here that's on this pulley. This just must be an idler pulley. If we can get it on there, these are 12s. There we go. Alright, so we're actually going to take off this top panel here. And so this is held on with, I think it's number 5 or number 6 hex keys. But I don't got any on me right now. So what we're going to do is we're going to use this T30 Torax bit to come and get these 3 ones off here. So we're just going to shove it in there and give it a little twist. If you ever in a jam, it's a nice little trick to get hex keys out. We're going to put that right there. There we go. That one's straight in there. Crack this off. There. Oh, there. Come on, get that off. There. That should slide right off. Drop that out. Beautiful. Now that shield's off. Now, to get this bottom one off, we're going to have to get the harmonic balancer, which we aren't going to do today because I'm going to need to figure out how to get this to not spin, or I'm going to have to borrow somebody's impact because my impact isn't strong enough to take it off. Alright, so we're back. Now, don't mind the different camera quality. I had to record on my phone because I don't got my camera up here today. But it took me about a week to track down my buddy so I could borrow his full-size impact because I don't have an air impact. And my little stubby couldn't handle it.
That's what she said.
But so what we're going to do is we're just going to fucking take out this harmonic balancer bolt and pray it comes off with this thing. Oh, fuck, shoes on tight. Oh. There we go, look at that. Telling you. I borrowed my other buddy's DeWalt drill, or DeWalt impact, and wouldn't even touch it. Telling you. I use Milwaukee every day at work as a body man, and it's never let me down. This is definitely going to be a future investment. But now I guess we can use the pulley puller I got here. It's just a cheap one. And I guess we'll probably put that bolt in just a little bit, just so I have something to press on. But once I get this set up, I'll take another video and I'll show you the next step to getting this balancer off. So pretty much, we got our pulley puller on. And yeah. Now I don't have a 16mm socket, so we're going to just use this strong arm here and just slowly pull it towards us. Don't mind that smoke over there. That's just get the fire going, get the door half open. There. Put this back on. Alrighty. Oh. Off again, dude. Oh, there we go. Awesome, so we got our bolt. Almost. Come on. There we go. Awesome. Well, she's getting a little crusty, but we'll address that later. Awesome. Let's check that back in there for safekeeping. So now we'll get to taking off this bottom shield here. And then we'll probably move on to getting the timing belt off and the tensioner, and then we'll be on to valve covers. So these are held on by 10mm. I'll use a little tiny stubby for these, and hopefully they don't snap off into the block. Should I try to break them free with my hands first? Probably. Are we going to? No, because we like to do things the hard way.
Alright, now there's one right here. Oh, is that one down there? Oh, right there.
I think that's all. Oh, of course, there's another one back there. That one I might need to get off with a little ratchet. All right, so I got 10 mil. Let's get it on there. There we go. Break that free. Get it off with my fingers. Awesome. There. So we got all those out. Oh, do we still got more in there somewhere? Oh, okay. That makes sense. So there's 3 bolts that I didn't see before holding this on, but you know, it's kind of in my way. So we're gonna take care of those. All right, so we got 12 mils holding this little idler pulley on. There we go. Look at that. Just falls right off when you take those out. Well, who would have known? So idler pulley's off, and so is the timing belt cover. Kind of. Oh, come on, you got it. I'm trying to make me actually take you off. All right. What's good? Man brought cookies.
Bullshit!
Cookies?
Yes, sir.
Don't mind me, I'm in the middle of a YouTube video.
Howdy.
Looking fly.
Yeah, 2 days no shower.
Nice.
Anyways, 1 second, let's see. There we go. There. Was it so hard? No. I'll just leave this off, I guess. Awesome. Here we are. All right, so next up, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take off this tensioner here, and then we're gonna get this timing belt off. This is held on with 2 13s, I believe. Oh, 12s. 2 12 mils. Just gonna crack. Almost there, gee. Oh. There. And here's the tensioner. So there's this little hole right here that I'm gonna have to put this in a vise and squeeze this down so these holes line up. And you just have a cotter pin through there to recompress it. So when you install it again, you just pull the cotter pin and it will re-tension this pulley here. But we'll get to that when we get to it. So now we should be able to just slip this belt right off. Now this is an OEM Toyota belt, and honestly it looks brand new. I think the buddy was saying it was pretty brand new, so probably gonna reuse this because it's OE and she looks like she's pretty mint, and we're on a budget, so awesome. So we're getting places now. So what I'm gonna do next, I believe, is take off the VVTi pulley and this other camshaft pulley. And yeah, then we're gonna probably get to this face And we'll be almost ready to take the valve covers off. First, this is a 14 millimeter hex key that holds this little cover on. So, we're gonna just... So all this is a little cover. Let's see. And on the inside of it, that on the inside there, you can see is a 10 mil, I believe, hex key. So yeah, right there. All right, so we got it loose. A little sketchy. Hope I didn't bend any valves doing that, but I didn't have an adapter to kind of shock it off with the impact. So we're gonna pray, but we'll deal with that when we get there. There. VVTI off. Check that in there for safekeeping. Quick close that. There we go. Awesome. Cam pulleys off. Now we get this cover off. Awesome. So I'm gonna just pop this tensioner pulley off too right now. That's another 10 mil hex. Awesome. So we're gonna take off this little engine hook. That's held on with a 14 mil. And then we're gonna go across valve cover, and they're all held on with a bunch of little 10 mils. And we're gonna pop those off real quick. See with it dropping this. So we have a couple that are broken off, so that's gonna be fun. But it's not the end of the world. Won't be the first time I've had to extract a bolt. So now that these are off, these valve covers should just pop off. Oh, the stud came out of this back one here. That's gonna have to be put back in. Alright, just... Oh. This is on there. Oh. Holy. Wow. Wow. Like, I don't know if you can see that. These gotta be like the OEM valve cover gaskets. This is insane. But honestly, the inside of that looks pretty damn good. This, like, it's brittle. One down, one to go. This is probably gonna be just as difficult. Oh, never mind, never mind. Spoke too soon. This one doesn't look as bad, but still, they're both getting replaced, so. And I guess we can take off these end caps. Alright, so just crack them loose. These are the bolts out of the cam end caps. These ones are the VVTi side, and these are just the other cam. There's one. On the inside of the valve cover, these two little hex keys. And I mean, it's pretty easy to miss them. And you can crack this right off. So make sure you don't forget these, because last engine rebuild I did, forgot them. And I just caught them in time and didn't crack it. But this time, almost did the same thing. I just lifted it up, bent it a little bit, but I should be fine. So I don't got any hex keys on me right now that aren't huge. So I'm just using a Torx to get these out. This should just pop off. So we got a bolt here to pull out. We got a bolt here to pull out. And every other one I think came out all right. Now, it's not perfect obviously, but it's better than them all snapping. Yeah, probably clean her up a little bit. I might even paint it before I send it to the machine shop, just so I don't gotta worry about getting any paint on this surface after it's all milled. But we'll see how it goes. Tonight was pretty productive. We ended up getting off all this front end stuff. Next time, I think we're gonna jump right into getting the cams out and getting this head off, just so I can have it off, start cleaning it up, and start ordering some parts and maybe getting this machined. After that, we'll move on to getting the water pump and the block stripped. And then once the block is stripped, I'm going to order new frost plugs, and I'm going to do a thing called electrolysis to the block. And we're going to clean this right up and give it a paint job. Thanks again, guys, for tuning in and watching this. I really appreciate it, especially if you watched my last video and you came back and watched this one. I mean, I'm trying. I'm not used to this, but we're seeing where we go with it. And I really hope that you stick along and get to see me build this thing, because honestly, I'm pretty pumped. And I think it's going to be a pretty cool project. And if you like and subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. Drop me a comment. Tell me if you think there's something better I could be doing, or if you have any tips or brands of stuff you think I should put on this. I mean, realize it's a budget build, but I'm totally up to taking any advice I can get, because this is my first full build. So yeah, I just want to say thank you, and I'll see you in the next one.